Hi, welcome. It's Monday. It's the 23rd of March. It's the March 23rd edition of OUYA Dev Support Office Hours, Season 2. Joining me live via Los Angeles is Kelly, and Jared's back.
My back, literally.
Jared's front. And Jared's back to show us his front. And from somewhere in the Seattle region is Mr. Tim Groutman.
Hi.
Wait, I did repeat it. Okay, there we go.
So here we are. It's another Monday in the books. You guys play any sweet OUYA action last week?
My husband and I played some Rig and Gorb as part of the pack that's available now, the Team 2-Bit pack.
That's right, Team 2-Bit bundled.
Oh, yeah.
Bundle.
Normally both games are $9.99 each, but you can get both for $9.99.
It was his first time really playing it.
Oh, cool.
Unfortunately, I found out that I have one of the old controllers, like at launch controllers. So I have to remedy that situation because we're having some communication difficulty, which is hard, very hard in Rig and Gorb.
And any of you
But we were
out
having
there,
fun.
developers and players alike, if you have the really old OUYA controllers, you can mail them in, and they can be flashed and sent back to you with the latest firmware. So
Yeah,
any issues
so I
you're
gotta do
having
that.
should be fixed.
Boom. Sean Gooding of the show, and it's hello?
So I played some Broken Age, trying to figure out how to get the baby helmet onto the guy in the space station. And then on the reverse story, trying to get through the all-seeing eye door. There's the two guards there. Did
Yeah,
the perfume thing, building the sandcastle, just trying
I
to
got
get through.
stuck at both of those for a while. Yeah. And it's hard too because I also like would play intermittently, and so then between the two stories, it just sort of felt like I eventually happened upon the solution. Like, oh, I guess I thought I had gone in this door before, but I actually have never gone in this door. You know, that kind of thing.
Just have to solve the riddle. There's a riddle.
Right.
There's always a riddle.
Hmm.
And then the girls outside singing Math Chatra. It's out of tune. It's awesome.
It's interesting because my understanding is actually that Act 1 is almost like a prequel to Act 2 in a lot of ways. Like this is the real. It's like it sets up the real story that is then going to happen in the next version of the game.
Cool.
On my side, I played a bit of Joe Danger, which has now been approved by QA, so coming soon. We will share the launch date very, very shortly. And apologies for anyone who had delays on the Playcast front. Arkham City and versus Chess should be going live by end of day tomorrow on the Playcast subscription. So that will be included in any subscription that you already have in place.
Wow.
Runs like a dream.
I think that's just crazy cool.
I played Cannibal on a Xiaomi console.
Oh, did you now?
Yeah, you guys. There's also some other ones that I played that I don't know what we can say versus what we can't. But Cannibal went live, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's as public as anything
No,
Yeah.
in China.
Yeah. Yeah, Cannibal is live and available for purchase in the Xiaomi storefront. That is correct. Another one's going live very shortly. So OUYA is now officially in China. We've said before newsletters, we're going. So the slow boat from North America to China has now arrived there, unloading fresh games and goods. Yeah, so excellent times there. We thank all of the early developers that were helping the process, testing out the various SDK updates and plugins as Xiaomi has been growing and as OUYA has been growing. Matching up OTAs, and it's a growing learning process. And thank you to all of the early devs who've been experiencing this. And you're going to get in there pretty quick before others. So it should all pay off nicely.
Yeah, and every time we run into some kind of issue or whatever, I try and add it to the docs for whatever the particular engines are. So hopefully we've found all the key ones. and they're all documented now.
Yeah, can we get a teaser of what your Grok with Groutman's going to be today?
Yeah, talk about some documentation for Monogame. It was referenced in the newsletter, so I'll show you that stuff.
Stay tuned for that. In the meantime, it's time for just the facts.
All right, let's fax it up.
Jared Yeager. Can you come closer, Jared, so we can observe thy countenance?
Yeah, actually, a little shout out. Uniform wanted. They saw that it was on the background, so they wanted a little shout out there. See, I'm on Uniform. You guys called it. So thank you guys for watching over there and your questions. But on the facts side, I guess you may have all seen the dev newsletter that went out. If not, actually, we can run down some of those points. But I think we kind of covered Xiaomi front. Definitely submit to Indiecade. So submissions are open for that. If you have the ability to go to Games for Change, definitely check that out. Our friends at Thrall will also be attending. Also, again, we have consoles for sale, so check those out if you want to pick up any new dev units or any kind of playing in general, since I know we have a lot of consumers who also love to watch. But for this week, Tina Soy Factory had an update for free-to-try demo, and they're doing a 50% off sale for a week starting tomorrow. Today is the last day of the Reaper 50% off sale, and then for March Madness, quite appropriately, Never Ending Nightmares is 50% off right now through next Monday. So cheapest it's ever been on OUYA and Steam. So yeah, definitely support the great dev team at Infinite App Games, any platform that you wish to choose. And then, as I mentioned before,
What please do on ours.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, definitely do the OUYA version. It looks great on the big screen. And then we've got Playcast doing their updates this week for Arkham City and Battle vs. Chess, and 2 of their other games will be available a la carte within the app. It'll be pretty easy to see once that goes live by end of day tomorrow. And Joe Danger could be going live, could be this week, could be next week, but it's looking fantastic on the OUYA, playing great on the big screen. I know, Tim, you've been looking forward to that for a long time. So yeah, that'll be arriving shortly. Also, a couple other updates. Super Indie Carts had another update, so lots of fun there. Rush Hour Mayhem just did its final big update. So thanks, James Ross, for doing that. Looking to show you some love this week there. And I believe we might have another Cat Lateral Damage update coming down the pipe, along with Master of the 7Ts. We have been working closely with QA to get some little final crashes fixed, but there's a lot of new features going live for that, so expect that hopefully in the next day or 2. That's pretty much all the big facts. Yeah! Oh, and I was eating a turkey burger in the background. Yeah. Last fact.
You know where else you can get Never Ending Nightmares?
Where, Bob?
China.
Oh, yeah!
On Xiaomi devices, because that was like, I think Cannonball made it first, and then Matt's been working really closely with us. I think he got over there like shortly thereafter, right? So he's live as well. So
yeah, Matt was awesome. He was helping us figure out any kind of little issues with the plugins that we were providing, and was a huge help in getting that just everything kind of in place for other developers. So thank you for helping pave that path.
Yeah, he was super awesome. To reiterate, Jared.
Yeah, full blast team as well. Yeah, everyone who's been part of the process so far has just been fantastic to work with, and extremely helpful, making it easier and better for all devs to come.
Yeah. Does OUYA do anything in PAX? Yeah.
Multiplayer mayhem.
Do you have any questions on your side, Gerard Depardieu?
I got no questions.
On the OUYA forum?
Forum side, yes. I'll look at my little site computer.
Before we start.
Well, that was pretty fast. So we did stuff at PAX last year, right? What did we do at PAX?
Oh, I just said yes. Multiplayer mayhem.
So we had a booth with like 4 TVs, everybody playing multiplayer on every TV. It was packed the whole time.
Yeah, it was.
It was cool because we like opened up the submission process to be shown at PAX. which was really cool to see some of the games just in development on OUYA, but also brought some kind of surprise, like floor favorites, like Hardlander. So I hope we can do something like that again.
Love me some Hardlander.
I know, the game is awesome.
Yeah, I owned on Hardlander and Duck Game because Ryan wasn't there. If Ryan was there, it would have just creamed me.
No questions are on the OUYA forum side for Jared. From
We're just happy for the shout out.
Oh,
Brass was in the Super IndyCar update. I think it was mostly screenshots and some performance stuff, but he'll keep updating the game until June when it does its final release, and the price will drop to $9.99.
the guy.
The guy, our friend Papa Seagull.
Seagull. Cool. Well, then I think, unless there's any objections, it's time to rock. I'm trying to time it with your
Gotta share the right screen here.
okay.
Let's see.
So we're talking about.
Okay, yeah. So, I guess I was updating the OUYA Core plugin so that it has some more checks, but I meant to go to the mono game stuff. So, yeah. So part of getting games ready and stuff, find issues and I try and document stuff. So I've updated the mono game documentation and I've updated the plugin. So now there's a lot more stuff in this document, starting with a couple of different examples. So we have the virtual controller example and the in-app purchase example. Now, monogame was community supported for a long time, and now I've got like an official plugin now that supports Xiaomi, Mojo, and the OUYA. And it supports OUYA Everywhere input, so you have a way to access the controllers that use OUYA Everywhere input. So you can get access to the accesses and the buttons. There's a bunch of different methods for getting individual controller buttons, or you can see if any of the controllers are pressing a button. It parallels the Java API, so this is all pretty similar stuff. There's get button data, so that will give you the OUYA controller buttons for each of the consoles. So if it's on Mojo, you'll get the Mojo buttons, and on the Xiaomi box, you'll get the Xiaomi button images, and they have images and the name of the button if you want to show it in text. And in-app purchase stuff. So yeah, so Xiaomi or Zomarian support was awesome. They helped me through a couple of the issues. So monogame is built on Zomarian, and it takes a jar and kind of reflects on it and generates bindings. And now we have all the bindings for on activity result, which is important for sending activity results to the OUYA facade. There's an easy way now to request the gamer info. All you have to do is overload it or extend a class, and then your callbacks just hook right into your game. And when you just request the gamer info, and then you get the callback, and that hooks right in. You can request purchases, which works great. You can request products to get the product details, stuff like name and description and price, local price, that kind of thing. Requesting purchases works. You get the callbacks for that. You can detect whether it succeeds or whether it fails, or if the purchase was canceled. There's support for getting receipts, same kind of thing. And then some other issues that we run into, like we'll be playing a game, you exit, and the music's still playing. And I found a fix for if that's happening. If you happen to use the media player, just make sure you invoke stop when you exit the game. Then there's integrating with Xiaomi. Where do you put the libraries and stuff? I've taken screenshots where you place the things, and then when you go to the properties for the various files, make sure that it has the right types on it. So there's the Mi Game Center SDK Service APK, which goes in your assets, and that has to be an Android asset. That's important. There's the Mi Box jars. This is all for in-app purchases. So the Xiaomi jar library has to be marked as an Android Java library. Make sure that's in your project. there's some permissions you have to do. So in the properties, you can enter your application name, your package name, which matches the developer portal. Each time you submit a Xiaomi build, you want to be incrementing your version number and version name, and make sure you enable some of the required permissions. There's actually you can browse to your properties folder, which has the raw Android manifest, so that you can add all the permissions that you're going to need. Once you're in the OUYA store and you get your Xiaomi IDs, here's the example code about how to hook that up. So you'll have a list of purchasables that your game has, and you pass that along with your developer ID from the developer portal and your Xiaomi application ID and key you'll set in here, and then you initialize your OUYA facade. And then localization, that's like a lot of the different engines. You put your string file in a certain place, which pulls up the right language, and then here's some sample code for getting the localized text for the various string IDs that you'll enter, and then you can be all localized. There's a little more documentation that I'm going to add about how to get your simplified Chinese font working. Nick wrote an awesome tool that lets us generate the sprite fonts that you need, and then you put a sprite font into an XNA content project, and that builds the XNB file that you need to add to your assets folder inside Monogame, and then you'll be able to support simplified Chinese as a font, and that'll work on the Xiaomi box. And I've actually built that on top of the I localized the in-app purchase example, so all the buttons show with simplified Chinese in them. And that's in here. So yeah, here's my in-app purchases. So it's linking to the official OUYA SDK, and part of the in-app purchase example is it has these strings. So here's all the button names in English, and the values -ZH-RCN are the Chinese values, and these will show up when it's running on the Xiaomi box. So you have everything you need to. Main thing is you need to add your libraries, add your localization strings, and then you're ready for Xiaomi. Along with the icons, so you'll add custom icons for your game. But yeah, that's everything.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So can we hint at what's next for Cotton? We already did it.
I'm gonna add engines like at the end. So as I port a game, whatever I had to do to support, if it's a new engine, then I'll add it just to wrap up everything I learned. Or as I encounter different issues, I'll document them, add documentation for them right away. So whatever's next, submit your game if you need help or whatever. That'll probably help move it along.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought there was maybe more Game Maker stuff too on top of it.
Oh yeah. So Game Maker, there'll be a new beta build this Friday, and then you'll be able to use the new Game Maker plugin. Cool. And that'll give you all the usual OUYA reverse support, in-app purchase support, and it'll run on the OUYA Mojo and Xiaomi box. And the documentation's there now, so if you want to look through that and prepare and get ready for when it drops. So that should be by this Friday, if everything goes to plan.
Yeah.
You just have to be on the Game Maker beta channel, and then you'll get the update.
Check out the docs. If you have any questions, you can email us.
Totally.
What'd you eat this week, Tim? Weekend?
Did a bunch of yard work, had a massive bonfire, so the good old s'mores and hot dogs on a bonfire.
Ooh.
Was the bonfire
Bringing
just,
it.
Was your bonfire just burning all of the artwork?
Yeah. Yeah. Part of my blackberry war, cut down all the blackberries and had a massive bonfire.
Ew, smelly.
Yeah, that's good. Cut down a walnut tree. I never liked the walnut tree because it had all these some kind of spines around it.
Yeah.
But your food was blackberry and walnut smoked?
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, that sounds nice. What about you guys?
Had a little barbecue dinner over the weekend. So beautiful here. Sat outside and had some grilled sweet potatoes and corn on the cob.
And then probably
Okay.
And lots of floss after.
Did you agree?
we did. I think even Kelly did this too, but we did homemade challah French toast.
Ooh, what?
With some fresh cinnamon and organic bananas and strawberries and real maple syrup, and the whole family ate it up. The dogs as well, per usual. As our daughter likes to eat bits and pieces. Some maple veggie sausage on the side. It was good stuff.
Mm.
Nice. We went to, it was my niece's 5th grade musical. So we watched the 5th grade musical, and then we had the after party at the bubble tea place by my house. So we had bubble tea and like veggie sticks and like interesting things like that.
What's a big stick?
Well, you get like grilled vegetables. I mean, they have like popcorn chicken and things like that too. But they give you like little sticks, and then you poke it in the. It's like a movie thing, and you poke the thing you want, and you.
Nice.
That was fun. I think I'm gonna give the win to Tim for first s'more of the season.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't even mention the sweet corn I did. We have these grill things that you put in the fire, and then we put sweet corn in there. And
You also win for not burning down your yard. Well,
actually, I'm planting corn, so we're planting a bunch of stuff. We planted strawberries, and the garden's shaping along.
Cool. Well,
I got this weird rototiller thing where it's designed backwards. Usually you pull on the handle and that makes it go, right? And if it gets away from you, like you let go of the handle and it turns off. But this, you let go of the handle for it to turn on. It seems kind of dangerous to me. I'm scared of it.
maybe you can hack it.
Yeah, just reverse the switch. It's like they put it together backwards. It must be.
So invite us over for a harvest party when your
Yeah.
corn's done.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be good.
Corn party.
They say you're supposed to plant corn and that sunflower seed thing because then they compete and then they'll try and outgrow each other.
Whoa.
Cool.
One of them like keeps rabbits away too, or something. Complementary crops. I used to remember all that stuff.
Used to.
Yeah, cool story, bro.
one last thing I got from you for they're doing a contest to win a free copy of Babylon Pinball 2055. So
Nice.
go over there and enter the win. It's going shortly, I believe. That's it.
Right on.
What's the contest?
To win a copy of Babylon Pinball 2055.
No, I mean, how do you compete in the contest?
You're gonna have to go to OUYAforum.com to find out.
Yeah.
There's a,
Sounds cool.
there's a thread there you go into, and then you write something. You get picked as a winner.
Ooh.
It's all very democratic. I have no idea.
I'm gonna go right now.
It's easy just deliver clickbait. How you win.
Right. Cool. Well, talk to you guys soon.
Have a great week, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Nice.
see you at office hours at OUYA.tv, I'm sure, for those of you bringing your games over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emails.
For sure.
Cool. All right. Kelly Jared.
Bye.
Mr. Tim Groutman.
See ya.